Hey everyone, Alex here. We're with Clint tonight. We're a little bit early because we had access to Clint, and we're going to talk about some of the material that we worked this week at Alpha. Also, you'll notice we got a lot going on tonight, being on an off night for our video. So if you're ever wondering what else we have going on at Alpha, this is our PTK class in progress. Cut into a little bit of time there, or a little bit of footwork, so we can finish up our recap. So I don't know if you all saw the video. Clint just got striped a purple belt, a few months ago now. So much better than that. One of the best associations made in a long time. Clint owns Wrecking Ball. And I'm going to let Clint take over, tell a little bit about himself and his gym.
Thank you, Alex. I appreciate the kind words. I've owned Wrecking Ball in Volo for about three years now. Alex is a great guy. I'm very gracious for him opening his doors to us. We over a lot of technique, a lot of stuff for drilling as far as competition goes, and MMA, and all that good stuff. So today we'll just kind of compare and contrast a little bit difference between our styles and sweeps from the open guard.
Right. One of the things I really love about the open guard is it's such a unique position to each individual anyway. Each individual is kind of building that open guard for themselves. So we're going to start with what for us was Monday night, or some of our fundamental material, basic push-pull sweep, a three-point sweep, lots of different names. What I want to do is kind of go over the way we taught it here at Alpha on Monday, and then I want to get kind of a compare and contrast from Clint on a similar sweep. So let's go ahead and start. So working from our open guard, really we can work from whatever open guard. I always like to start kind of at the core, getting connection on the hips and getting the grips, because if I can get the grips, and I like the little C-clamps over the cuffs, if I get this, I have security and I have the ability to walk up and walk down and move around the body as I need to build connection for each individual tactic. So if I start here, it's a good starting point. So for our fundamental push-pull sweep, I'm going to start by getting a little bit of distance on him and making sure he posts outward. I'm building that fence with my feet in his hips so he can't start to pressure this guard. And if you saw our video from last week, we talked about pressurizing the guard pass. The last thing I want to do is let him get up on top of this where he can start really stacking this. So I want to extend him a little bit and take advantage of the range that this open guard is buying me. Now I'm going to disengage with one hand and I'm going to go 2-on-1. I'm just going to clear this grip, bringing him in. Hip and against the grip, so it's coming out his fingers, the weak point of the grip. From here, I'm going to go to the foot, to the heel, and as I hook this heel, you'll notice I'm just turning a little bit onto my side, so I get a nice good grip. So you see I have a nice pushing platform here, and I have a nice check here. To finish checking his base, what I want to do is take my foot off this hip, and rather than just let it float in air, I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to go laces to his heel. And now I've got a nice big mover in his hip. I'm still controlling the arm, so I'm stretching him out across that position. I'm hooking the back of the heel with a hand, and I'm hooking my laces in the back of his other heel. And from here, this foot and this hand kind of check as this foot drives. And as it drives, what I like to do is just ride that momentum up. And typically, I kind of come into a combat-based sort of position where I'm ready for my knee slide. So, very fundamental push-pull pass, kind of indicative of what we did this week, playing different kinds of open guards. Well, let's turn it over. Let's take a look at a variation of that from your standpoint, from what you do.
Okay, so the first thing that's most important to me is breaking the grips. The way I like to break these grips is get 4 fingers on the inside. So I hook it this way, elbows in, so if he tries to pull back, it doesn't take much for me to keep control of it. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is extend my foot all the way into him and turn sideways. So now if you pay attention to his arm, it's completely extended, so it doesn't take much to break the grip. So now that I have control, I kick my knee forward and I pull his arm towards me. Okay, now I don't want to bring it down to my lapel because he can grab it and he can set his combat base. Okay, so I keep my elbow towards 12 o'clock. So now this foot comes back in and I extend out the other way. Now it's really important my knee stays straight because if I get lazy, he can cut it through and then he's got the pass. So now here, I kick. Alright, now here, I'm switching the grip, and because I'm extending, this foot is not too far out of range. So now I bring my knee in, and I want to flare his elbow open so that his weight goes down. So once I got this, I move my foot to the back of his tricep, and instead of pushing it towards the wall, I want to push it down like a gas pedal. So now shoulder roll. Now right from here, I clear my foot, I lift the leg past, and I help the side control.
Cool. So, super cool pass, great follow-up, really neat different individual passes all working off the same concept, which is really, I think, one of the coolest things about Jiu-Jitsu.
I agree.
so much of the same core stuff. We're talking about breaking grips, you're talking about controlling posture, you're talking about moving your hips rather than yanking him around. You're moving your hips, which are always easier. And it's really neat to see the different variations you can get in the same concept across players. And I think it's a really, really useful study, especially for the more advanced practitioners that are looking at where they can put their feet, where they can put their hands, what they can do with posture and balance. So, pretty neat stuff. Excellent, sweet. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming out. Clint from Wrecking Ball, Alex from Alpha. Guys, I know this one's been a little bit more noisy than usual, but it's a fun night, and I couldn't let this guy get away without doing something with him. So, guys, we'll see you next week for our recap. Check out the rest of the material, like and subscribe, and we'll see you.